Yo, what is up, everybody? Did I start the recording? Yeah. Yo, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to me reacting to lists. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing. It's 30 seconds after the last one. All right. I also don't have a running back jersey, so I'm gonna go start a GoFund. If this video gets 20 likes, I'll go start a GoFundMe for a Damien Harris jersey or something like that. Maybe Jonathan Taylor. But yeah, ranking the NFL's top 10 running backs for 2022. If the same people that did the quarterbacks one had some discrepancies with it, didn't fully agree, but also didn't fully disagree. Like with the quarterbacks, I understand a bit more. Like, all right, it makes sense why you put them that high. Now with running backs, we'll have to see, because there's a certain player in my mind when it comes to fantasy versus like actual production, like the same way Jalen Hurts, very good, like almost top 10 fantasy quarterback, almost, not quite, but nowhere even considered for a top 10 like actual production, like when it comes to like real life production, you know what I mean. But yeah, NFL top 10 running backs. There's one of these players in here for me. I'm curious how to see how they do. Well, let me just say this. For me, there's a clear top three when healthy. As it Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, and Christian McCaffrey. Those are the top three running backs in the NFL, in my opinion. I'm curious if they do that, if they sneak Dalvin Cook or Kamara into the top three, if they Austin Eckler, Joe Mixon. There's a couple little tiers to this. I'm interested to see how they do this. So let's go ahead and start. Derrick Henry, fair enough. He could have potentially won an MVP the year before. He was better than Jonathan Taylor was this year. Like his fully healthy season was in my opinion, better than Jonathan Taylor. I think when looking at this, I'm pretty sure he's faster than Taylor. He's stronger than Taylor. Taylor's a little bit more elusive and still incredibly fast. So it's just whatever preference you have. It's at tied for the most first place votes. Yeah, pacing for 1900. Gosh. He's insane. Derrick Henry is probably one of the most feared players in the NFL, and he plays running back. Like, he might be up there with like Myles Garrett. Like, if you just look at well, let's say this without being weird. If you look at pictures of him shirtless, like he looks like he could play defensive end. Right, like he's just, I don't know his exact size because I don't do numbers well, but no, he's a physical beast. He just, he's up there with not quite Myles Garrett, like that's a big exaggeration, like Justin Flo, like you know the picture like where he's standing, like we want the ball, that one, and these guys are freaks, they're physical freaks. Derrick Henry, as long as he's healthy, I think he deserves to be number one. Now, if Taylor takes a step forward and Henry stays about the same, then you can switch. But if Henry stays healthy, I don't really fully see that happening. I see him going up with Taylor. But Jonathan Taylor at number two, fair enough. I got it. But they had him ranked because he would have been a rookie last year. He was a rookie this year. You know what I mean, time frames. But they barely had him in the top. They almost had him top. Okay. Might see Breece Hall in here then. No, it's not. Breece Hall's nowhere near what Taylor was. But Jonathan Taylor is a beast. He is fantastic. Led the league in rushing. He could have was in the conversation, I guess you could say, for offensive player of the year, but that was kind of like Cooper's award. But no, he's fantastic. Is his first year, like that was, and he didn't even fully start the year. Like he sat behind Marlon Mack for like a couple quarters. But Nyheim Hines still took a lot of snaps. Granted, Taylor's not the greatest receiving back. I would say he's a bit better than Henry, but no, Jonathan Taylor's he's a beast. Like, he's still extremely quick. you don't tackle him for loss. You don't do that with Henry either. But if he's out in the open field, he's getting at least 20 yards. Like he's I'm at a loss for words. Like I use, I forgot about him. But these two, there's very little separating them. Like again, tied for the most first place votes. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them. Oh, it was your two. What the heck? It was no. Hold on. Wait. Am I an idiot? Huh. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Alright. Well, so much for being a Wisconsin fan. Gosh. Alright, that was bad. That was... Alright, well that explains why he was top 10 last year. Or 11. Okay, I am sorry for that. But, no, those two are fantastic. Then, as you see here, 3 and 4, I didn't mean to show Dalvin. Nick Chubb, I get it. I get why he's number 3. I don't know how someone has him higher. Okay, I really don't understand that one. Shut up. I don't understand why someone had these two ranked ahead of these two. I don't know how you could feasibly... Like, I don't know how that's a feasible thought in your head. Like, the only one that I will accept getting other first place votes is him, because he was potentially like he was the number 1 running back like 2 years ago, and his best one was 5th. How do you have Joe Mixon? Who I would love to know who ranked Joe Mixon as the best running back in the league. I would love to know that, because you're an idiot. In what world do you look at Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor and say, I want Joe Mixon? How does that no. That's, oh, you can maybe feasibly say that with Nick Chubb. Maybe. Dalvin's a little too injured for me. Very talented. Little too injured. Kamara, very talented. Nowhere near the run. But again, these dudes are running for 1,800, on pace for 1,900 yards. I think Nick, what'd you end up with this year? Yeah, 1,200. You missed some games. I know. How many did you play? Yeah, you missed 3 games. With the per game average, what does it say? I don't want to do the math. Per game average, that would be about 80, I think. So that's another, yeah, that's still not even 50, that's about 1,500 yards. That is still 300 behind Taylor, and 400 behind what Henry was on pace for. Dalvin, I don't even know where to start with you. You get 12. You didn't even get 1,200 yards. How many you played for? 13 games. So you probably right around for the pace of 1,500. Again, not even close to where Taylor and Henry were. Alvin, all you got is receiving yards. Like, if we go here, you're a fantastic receiver. Like, that's... He took a step back this year. Did Jameis not like you or Taysom? What'd you do? But no, like, if you look at it, like, he is receiving yards and rushing yards. Like, he even had more receiving yards as a rookie than he did rushing yards. Granted, Mark Ingram existed and stuff. But no, all he has is receiving over these guys. Just no. You're a fantastic running back. No. No. Also, again, on the opposite side of this, I may seem a little upset. The dumbass is ranking you out of the top 10. Like, who is saying, yes, I would love Javonte Williams over Joe Mixon? Apparently someone is. Because someone ranked Javonte Williams as the second best fucking running back in the league. What? What type of... This is bad. This is objectively bad. No way is Javonte Williams ever better than Christian McCaffrey. Yet one of them has the 5th highest ranking and out of the top 10. Granted, Javonte is also his lowest out of the top 10, but he has a highest ranking of 2. This man, who couldn't even win the starting backfield outright from Melvin Gordon, got 2? And you have him better than Austin Eckler? Yeah, he's not... I guess the rushing yards, but the touchdowns, the receiving... I guess that's a fine conversation to have with these 4. Who just missed it? Yeah, that looks about right. Aaron Jones, I get it. That seems about right. I mean, he's under pressure from A.J. Dillon. Aaron Jones is. But, again, his receptions, the ability as a receiver, fantastic. Can still run the ball. I think he might have been close to about even. And, okay, no, it wasn't. He had one game. Though, that one always sticks out. I don't know what I was thinking about, close to even. But, yeah, no, about number 9 feels right. Because I wouldn't put, maybe I would put Eckler. I mean, I think Eckler had a better year. Eckler also played more games. And didn't have any competition in the backfield, specifically with the rushing game. Maybe that's a compliment to Eckler. That, hey, he's good. I mean, he didn't need any serious backup. But Barkley, Elliott wouldn't take them over Aaron Jones. You watch him do some Jason Taylor type bullshit and the best running back in the league after I just yelled at him. Same with you. He's going to do like Joe Mixon is a fantastic running back. Like, he got 3rd in rushing yards. Like, I think this is the argument for Joe Mixon. He was 3rd in rushing yards, 4th in touchdowns, with a very, very pass-heavy offense. Like, that is the only possible argument. And you're saying that Henry, 2 injured. Jonathan Taylor, behind a fantastic Colts offensive line. Nick Chubb, 2 injured, I guess, and a fantastic O-line. Dalvin Cook, 2 injured. Kamara, not the runner. And then maybe you can come to the conclusion of Joe Mixon. But you have to believe that about all 5 of these people ahead of him. I don't get it. I really... I don't know what else to say.